What's going on, brothers? I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit tonight. Uh, I see that Mental OG is back. The Mental OG is back. Go check out his channel. He's spitting bars over there. Way back. I know it's been a few months. It's probably been a year. I don't know, but I used to listen to Mental OG way back when Edagon Fours, Black Ram, uh, Last Crucible, way back when T40 was dropping videos, way back. So you guys go there and check him out. Mental OG he just dropped some dope video. You know he come with facts. You know he stays spitting the big facts. So I'm glad to see that brother back. I I left a comment in this comment section. I was like, where you go, man? I thought you started sipping on us, you know? Like, did you start sipping on us, dog? You know, but nah, I mean, I know he far from that. More than likely, I'll probably start sipping before he ever would. You see? So, but yeah, just glad to see that man back. It's glad. I'm glad to see him back. And he's doing his thing, you know, so that's cool. Um, I wanted to give a special shout out to my man Brian Davis. It was just a comment in the comment section. I think it's a younger brother, black brother, of course. I think he's a younger brother, and he just made my day. Just made my day, man. Well, made my week. Now he made my month. Now he probably made my year. You know, he probably made my year, probably. But he left a comment section, and he said that me and the Last Crucible was was his favorite YouTubers. So that was cool. He actually left that comment in the comment section on one of Crucible's video, and he left that. It just made my day. Like, oh man, it just all day I just been thinking about that specific comment. That was just cool knowing that us as guys, we trying to put out content here. Look out for brothers and the brotherhood, and you got some people out there who appreciate it. Guys like me appreciate guys like Black Ram and the Crucible, Adagon Force, Black Man. I just appreciate a lot of the other black men who are still here, because there are some black men who have like went away, like their channels have gotten flagged, so guys are just giving up, and they just don't want to put up with the feminists that are at the headquarters of YouTube, that's making the moves, striking down people's channels and dealing with black chicks, making complaints and having guys channels being shut down, and just so some guys don't want to deal with it. So in a sense, some guys just give up. So I want to thank you guys the guys that have stood in the gap and stayed vigilant, because it's like what we're doing out here on a platform like this on YouTube. It's like we are helping brothers in a major way. This to me, this is more than money. This to me, it's like it's almost like saving lives. It's saving another brother from depression, suicide, becoming strung out on drugs, or just going crazy, or doing something that'll land himself in prison or something like that. When you tell a guy, don't get married in America. See, that does a lot for me, because it's like, now I know better. I know better now. I mean, like, we live this dream as to where it's like, oh man, like it's almost like a fantasy, and you see it on the movies. Like you want to go and get married and have kids and this and that, and just how they portray it on TV. And it almost seems like that's the American way. That's the great life. That's just the greatest life to live. But in all honesty, when reality slaps you in the face, nah, it's not. It's not. American women, they have too much power. You marry an American woman, it's a 50% chance you're going to get divorced, and it's a possibility she will throw you on child support. Or even if that doesn't happen, she'll keep your child and demonize your child against you. You see? That's a problem for me. I don't want to be labeled as being a deadbeat dad, and I don't want my kids to come up and dislike me or hate me. I don't want that. Or you can get that 50% custody. I don't want that either. I don't want to be a single dad. I really don't want that. I want the kids to come up balanced, being raised in the functional household as to where it's a black man and a black woman, and we raising these kids together. That's how I would want it to be. But we living in Babylon. This is all dysfunctional in this country. So brothers who are still here putting these messages out, I have to give you brothers the accolades. I gotta thank you brothers from the bottom of my heart. I know it's a long intro, but yeah. Yeah, I just got to, for the main part, I have to thank you brothers for sticking around, taking the time out, because it's a lot of us brothers who not getting paid for this. Guys like Black Ram, he deserves it because he actually goes and do studies and read books and magazines, and go out there in the field when it comes down to this female nature in the red pills. So that brother, to a certain degree, he deserves it. And brothers like Adagon Forrest and The Last Crucible, Forrest, but yeah, those brothers, they really deserve it. Like the hard hitters, the heavy hitters. You see? But yeah, so just to Brian Davis, your comment was really appreciated, and in a sense that made my day. Oh yeah, my boy, The Last Crucible, he actually did a response video to me, and that actually made my day as well. Like I think it was like a week ago or something, or maybe like a couple days ago. But it was just a dope video. I had to download the video because I was gonna try to get to making the video and just throwing some of his talking points in that specific video as to responding to the video that he made in response to me. But you know how life is. Like you get to doing things and you go here, you go there, and life kind of gets in the way. You guys know how it is. And you get busy sometimes. You see? But overall, it was just a great video. I know my man. Yeah, but it's a lot of us guys out here who don't do it for the money. Like Adagon Forrest, Last Crucible, guys like that. Last Crucible says he doesn't do it because for some guys, I've seen like some guys, right? Some black guys, when their channels start to become demonetized and they aren't making any money on the channels anymore for the videos, some guys, they start carping and complaining and whining and crying because they're not making money anymore. You see? And this is more than money. If you try, to a certain extent, if you would save a young black man from falling into a pothole, that's worth, just by talking to that brother, that's worth more than money. That's more valuable than money. I really don't care about the money. I really, really don't. If I can kick this knowledge to you brothers, and you brothers can pass it around, and guys like Last Crucible and Black Ram can kick knowledge to brothers, and us as brothers can pass it around, and we start to adopt this mindset, one less simp, we can make the world a better place. You see? We can make the world a better place. Because I say mainly it's white supremacy is what has ruined women. But then again, the white man has set it up like this on purpose because it's lucrative. They're the beneficiaries. They make money off of your woman divorcing you or your woman leaving you. Take them kids, throw you on, get you for alimony, or throw you on child support, or 50-50 custody or whatever. You gotta go pay a lawyer to fight for that and all that. Family courts, they making money off you. That's how the government wants it to be. You see? Yeah. Oh, that's how the government wants it to be, man. But yeah. So to that brother, Brian Davis, keep your head up. I'm proud of you, brother. And I was checking out your profile pictures. You seem like a young guy, like you in your early 20s, your late teens or your early 20s or something like that. So you still young. Smooth looking brother. And I just want to say keep your head up. But you also have a bitter pill to swallow as well. Because my advice to you, and I'm pretty sure it's a possibility you're probably okay with it. If you aren't, I don't know what's your plan, but I'm pretty sure you get the gist of our messages here. And that's to not get married or have kids in America. This is how you retain your power. This is how you do it. If you make that dumb mistake as far as getting married or having kids, you will become a slave to your wife or your girl, to the white man, to the state. In a sense, to a certain degree, we all still kind of slaves here, But yeah, it'll be even worse for you, and that's a bitter pill to swallow. It's a possibility you probably already swallowed it though. It's disgusting too. But yeah, that's something you have to live with. As a young black man, make sure you stay out of trouble. I'm pretty sure you probably don't get in trouble anyway, because I checked you out. Look like you play a lot of video games. That's cool. And for the main part, stay out of trouble. Don't smoke. Don't smoke weed. Stay out of trouble for the main part. Watch these women. Make sure you strap up. Make sure you strap up. Make sure you strap up. That's what I tell my younger cousin. Make sure you strap up, man. Because the first time you run into a chick raw, oh man, it's like, it's not going to be no turning back. Oh, man. You brothers know how I feel to run up this chick raw. It ain't no turning back, man. It ain't no turning back. Sometimes your penis see a condom and just go limp. For real, man. I struggle to put it on, all that. Trojan man, Magnum man. Yeah. I don't like to use them, but I do though. For the main part, I do to protect myself against diseases and getting the chick pregnant. Some dudes they use the pull-out method. Yeah, it's a lot of risks there. You're risking diseases, and I've woken up a lot of days, like the next day, and I would have like anxiety, thinking like, man, what if I got a little bit of cum in her? Because I didn't use the condom. Say to myself like, man, what if I got a little bit of cum in her? I'll be nervous, thinking at work for like the whole week, hoping that she won't text me or call me and say, oh man, I missed my period or something like that. That hasn't happened in 32 years, so yeah, that's cool right there. Yeah, that's cool, man. I can do that. But yeah, for you as a young man, I mean, hey, I wish the best for you. Just want to let you know that you made my day. And yeah, like in a sense, you're kind of letting me know that taking my time out to do these videos, they aren't in vain. You see? But yeah, so my man Last Crucible, he did a video the other day. It was a dope video, man. Just oh man, it just had a lot to it. He was talking about no, it was actually last night. He was just talking about women. He was talking about how BGS did some live stream with some women, I don't know. But I totally concur with as to where he was coming from, because it's almost like BGS was debating with a female, and that's something that you don't do. One of the main ways to discipline a woman is walk away or leave her alone. That'll teach her a lesson. You know, women, they want attention. They need attention anyway, like they love attention. So one of the main things is to walk away and leave that particular woman alone if she don't get it, because you can't argue with the, like you can't go back and forth with a creature like that. Not a woman, because they're highly emotional. And if you make that mistake of going back and forth with a woman, it's a possibility you can become emotional, just like a woman. So you don't want to do that. And it's like, I'm starting to learn that as well. Even with my little sisters or my mom, I would talk to her about this and that. And she would, I can feel it as to where she would start to want to become like combative or like argumentative and this and that. So I would catch myself after like going back and forth with her 2 to 3 times. I would say, you know what? This is a woman. She's not going to get it. So forget it. I'll switch the conversation and start talking about something else. That's the way to do it. You don't go back and forth with a woman for 20, 30 minutes. Just nah, man, nah. I'll say within the first 2, 3, 4 minutes, if you see that a woman is just not getting it, you give up and you either walk away or you just start talking about something else. You see? In a humble way. It's all good. You let her go. It's all good. That's the way to do it. My man, Last Crucible, was talking about rewards and punishments. That's the best way to do it as well, because she won't understand anything else. She's operating off her emotions, so it's like she's trying to come to this happy and this good feeling versus logic versus doing the right thing. I was talking to this one other black female about she said she went to Dubai or something like that, and I know those, you got a lot of American women, they going over there to participate in sexual activities for money. You see, yeah, they're doing stuff like that. And she was saying that it's almost like it's kind of segregated over there in that place, because that's one of the richest places to actually live in. She was saying that the men and women are totally separated. And I said to myself, like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And she was just going on and on about, no, I'm not sure about that, because like if they pick your husbands over there as like arranged marriages. I was like, I wouldn't have no problem with that. I'd be totally fine with that. She was just like, because I told her like I'd be palatable to that. She was just like, no, because I would want to, and I know it's because what she's been through. She's an American, so she's been riding the cock carousel for years. And I was letting her know, it's like, well, It's a possibility that you wouldn't think like that if you grew up in a country like that, because you wouldn't be riding around on you wouldn't be having sex with a whole lot of men like you do over here in America. Well, I didn't specifically say that, but I said that you wouldn't be fooling around with a lot of men. So for you as a woman living that type of lifestyle, that would be okay. But due to you being in America, you have slept with a plethora of different dudes. So it's like you really won't be satisfied. I didn't say it like that because you know how black women, they would just totally go off. So, but I'm kind of like paraphrasing. I kind of gave it to her like that. And she was just like, oh, no, I couldn't live in a place like that. Yeah, she want to live over here in Babylon as to where she can ride as many cocks as she can and just become a slut. So I was like, all right. I just veered off and started talking about something else, you know. And hey, I just started talking about something else. Sit down. Sit down, Scooby. Hey. I just veered off and started talking about something else. Hold on, guys. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Sit down. Let's go. Get out. Yeah. So a woman, you can't tell her anything. And you can't try to drill it into her brain. You just have to make things happen. And over here in America, the white man does. He makes things happen. Not the black man. We have to gain power first. And then that's when we can make it happen with the black woman, with our black women over here in America. But then again, I said we'd have to leave America to really make things happen. It'd have to be an all-out war. You know, white people, they're gonna follow us anyway. We get out 40 acres in the mule and go over there back to Africa. It'll be an all-out war. An all-out war. But yeah, so you can't go back and forth with a woman. You just can't do that. You have to, like women are like children, and I think I made a video about that as well. You have to be able to discipline them. There is no argument. There is no going back and forth. Just forget it. There is no going back and forth with a woman. If she don't want to submit and obey, screw it. She's just a pump and dump type chick. That's all it is. And unfortunately, that's the scenario with most American women. You just pump and dump them, man. Even a white snow bunny, just pump and dump. Doesn't have so many penises anyway. Even if a woman has 10 penises, that'll just ruin her psyche. She won't be able to pair bond. The man that she's with, he won't satisfy her. You see? Because she done been with 10 different guys before that specific guy anyway. Before that guy she tried to marry. Or she get with that guy, be with him for a couple of years. But it's inevitable that she will end the relationship. And of course, you don't have babies by those single mothers. You don't even cohabitate or wife up with a single mother. Single mother is a joke. Single mothers are for guys who get out of prison or something like that, or for retard guys, something like that. Man, they're for those guys. Get them out. And, yeah. But so he was also talking about, it's like, as a man, a woman, she doesn't need to give you anything. Like, she doesn't need to give back. She doesn't really need to do nothing for you at all. The woman doesn't need to do nothing for you at all as far as giving back to you, like trying to be equal or anything. Nah, she's supposed to submit to you as a man. She's supposed to be subjugated to you. She needs to be subjugated. That's how it's supposed to go. And you can't accept anything less as a black man. You are superior. But a lot of women, they don't see that. And my man was just talking about when it comes down to currency and having money and doing this and that, and having cars and luxury items and like all the intangible stuff like that just doesn't matter. A woman would talk about that, but in a sense that doesn't define a man. A man's character deep down and what he possesses deep down in his character, in a sense, that sort of defines the man. Because you can have a man who, from an optic standpoint, look okay. Let's take Russell Wilson, the quarterback from for the Seattle Seahawks. He's a straight simp. You got all that money and then you went and married Ciara. And she had a baby by Future. She's a single mother. Why would you do that? You see? But a couple of years ago, I didn't know no better. Most likely, I probably would have done it as well. That's why I'm glad, like, brothers, the Red Pill brothers are around. Ib Moore is around. I'm glad the SYSBM, EBM brothers are around. We need each other. Due to the fact that men are better thinkers, and the Most High made us stronger, due to just that fact alone, a woman should submit to you. Due to that fact alone, the woman should submit. The woman is supposed to submit to you. She is to submit to you. Due to those facts alone, men have built everything in this country, in the world. Washers, dryers, cars, makeup, everything that a woman uses and possesses, the man has built. So she should submit to the man due to that alone. It doesn't matter about the money and his status and whatever he makes. And a woman should never disrespect a man. Never. When you think of women, when you think of younger teenage kids, when they go and disrespect their parents, even if their parents are doing wrong, we look at them like, that's a disrespectful child. You see? And as men, this is how we should look at women. The woman is get the popping off, or just becomes cantankerous, bad attitude, just disrespecting a man. That's how we supposed to look at a woman. And she should also be reprimanded as well. You see? A woman is no different. They're childlike. They're just like kids. You have to tell them and make them do what you want them to do. Or not make them in America. That's why I go to jail. But you have to give them instructions as to what to do. You are the leader. That's how it's supposed to be. You got a lot of women out here nowadays. I don't want no man to lead. I don't want no man to lead me. But look at this, the state of America. You got all these people out here getting divorced. Look at the condition of the black community. Just look at the condition of the black community. 70%, 75% single mother rate. Young black men being raised by single mothers, in and out of jail. Babies raising babies. Young black women coming up getting pregnant, 17, 18 years old. Babies raising babies. Single mothers raising single mothers. And that's because we live in a matriarchal society when you think about the black community. The black woman, she rules. and she's tearing the black community apart. See? To a certain degree, I have to blame it on white supremacy as well. Because the white man wants the destruction of the black family. He had a plan. Kind of smart. It was a smart plan. That's why he brought the crack to the black communities, deindustrialized our communities, took the jobs out, so black men, to a certain degree, we kind of had no other choice. Okay, well, I'm going to sell this crack to take care of my family. Now, you do got some men out there who, like a lot of these rappers and stuff, they sell drugs and do involve themselves in complicit activity just to publicity stunt and be rappers, be all on TV and this and that. Guys like that, they're the problem as well. You see? They're the problem as well. But you have to blame it on white supremacy. As brothers, we have to look inwardly as well. Well, as men, because everybody not brothers. Everybody out there are not brothers. But as brothers, we have to look at ourselves as well. We could evolve from the projects. I know it's hard to digest because they feed you pork. A woman, she will cause you emotional pain. Emotional pain. I was talking to this one woman, and I asked her, it's kind of, she like chunky woman, kind of fat. I banged her out, drove over her house, banged her out. Vagina is vagina, brothers. Vagina is vagina, you know? But yeah, I had drove over her house. She stayed like 20 minutes away. And we was laying in bed after I had just banged her out, and I was like, well, because she was veering around the question. She was dancing around the question. I'd asked her, would she die for a man? And, I was like, well, if a guy with a gun just walk up to you and it's me and the kids standing right there and you put the gun to your head, would you die for us? Well, would you die for me? And she was like, no, I snatched the gun out of his hand. And I was like, no, sweetie, I didn't ask you that. I was asking, if he ready to pull the trigger, got the bullet in the chamber, would you die for me? Take the shot, die for me, and then leave the kids here. And, and she was like, well, no, I just run, me, you, and the kids, like we all run, and he'll get the shot shooting and all. I was like, you keep veering around, you keep dancing around the question. I simply asked you, would you die for me? That's it. And she just couldn't answer the question accurately. She just couldn't do it. She was being a filibuster. She kept dancing around the question. So I said to myself, I simply told her, for you, yeah, I'd die for you. Yeah. The woman that I'm with, she's my wife, kids, yeah, I'd die for you. I would die for you. Simple as that. See, she couldn't say that because it's not in a woman's, she's not built like that. It's not in a woman's nature to die for the man. Given that fact, that's another reason as to why a woman should totally submit to you. That's why she should be in submission to you. Because see, I would die for my wife or for my girl, but see, she wouldn't die for me though. She wouldn't die for me. For the kids, like my man Crucible was saying, I can love my wife and the kids equally. I die for them all. But that female, my wife, she doesn't love me like she loves the kids. She doesn't. She loved those kids more than she loved the man, me. This is why that woman should submit to you. You see? Black man. Black man. This is why. You see? If you as a man, and I'm kind of starting to get this as I continue to check out the Biblios, the Bible more and more. My man Last Crucible, he touched on it as well. It was all in that video. Just a dope video, man. You will become a simp if you don't worship the Most High. You will. Because almost like it's first, it's like a chain of command. It's order. It's the Most High, the man, the woman, the kids, then the pets. You see, yeah, that's a trickle down effect right there. But that's the order right there. That's how it goes. And if you, as a man, don't know how to monitor your feelings and control your emotions as a man, that's why the Most High bless you with testosterone. Estrogen is for women. Sometimes they get out of control. And it's for us as men to come in to calm their fears, because a woman can cause you a lot of pain, stress, anxiety, all that other stuff. See? And if that woman's a good man, if she's flipping out and you check her and you try to calm her fears, if she's a good woman, she will hearken to you. She say, okay, that's my man, I love him, I trust him, so I'ma chill. Because in America, she picked you, you see? But when you think of you guys, and I know a lot of you guys out there, you guys are not into the Bible or whatever, or into the Most High. I am, and I'd say most of the more brothers, most of us black brothers here, we worship the Most High, and that's where you need to be. If you don't, more than likely, it's a possibility you will become a simp, because you're going to need some direction from somewhere. You see? The Most High, He is your direction, in my opinion. So you brothers, get into that word, worship the Most High. Of course, He will guide your steps, because it's a lot of red pill knowledge in the Bible. It's a lot of it. It's so much. Sometimes I say to myself, I don't read it enough. I need to start doing more reading and reading different books as well. I seen my man the Black Ram. Because it's like, if it's any knowledge, and how white men with high knowledge from black men is, he'll put it in the book, because he knows black man isn't gonna read the book. He knows this. So that's where he'll put it at, because he know you're not going to go and read it anyway. You see? So that's where you want to be, brothers. If you don't, it's just so much red pill knowledge in that Bible for you to grasp. You see? A lot of tales in there. Proverbs talk about the just a true virtuous woman, about how kings in the Bible have taken L's to women, and guys who just don't know how to control their lust for women and their urges, and don't know how to control their emotions, and like women have pulled them down. You see? So yeah, the Most High will guide you. You got brothers here, you know, and we make videos. I look forward to listening to you guys' videos. That's what keeps me grounded. That's what keeps me grounded. I look forward to listening to a lot of you brothers who I'm subscribed to. It's strengthening me every day. Sometimes I get up and I'm depressed, but I'll throw on a TMT video, Thinking Man's Templar, or just something like that, and it'll just lift up my spirits. You see? Before I didn't have that. I was listening to a whole bunch of monkey chimpanzees. You see? But I listen to brothers like you, and it's almost like there's light at the end of the tunnel now. Some days I will pop on one of you brothers' messages and I just, oh man, like I be going through emotionally. Pop on one of you brothers' messages, video from Black Ram, The Last Crucible, Atagon Force, and you guys will just make my day. That's what I'm hoping to do for any of you guys who listen to my video. Listen to any of my videos. I want that same effect. You see? I want to be able to give you brothers hope. Like you black brothers have given me hope. That's what I want. I need it. Because the suicide rate is exponentially higher for males than women. Obviously. Well, you guys know that. You see? Yeah. Yeah, so there is no equality. As a man, you have to know that you are the superior being. Bottom line. It doesn't matter what she says. It doesn't matter how she looks. Because sometimes I even see some of these women out here on the street and they be fine in the mug. And like some will kick in and in my mind mentally and I'll think like, oh, she's better than me or she's so fine. Like I just can't get it. Just yeah. Like you know how it is. You know how it is, man. I'm pretty sure some of you brothers have felt that same way. But nah, she's not. Deep down, she's not better than you. You are the superior being. It doesn't matter how cute or what type of status that she has on the economic ladder and this and that. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're a man and you're a man first. And that's what matters. You and what you carry on the inside. Your relationship to the Most High. And the character of you through and through as a man. That's what matters. That's paramount. That's extremely important. You see? And because you got guys out there who make a lot of money, like Tiger Woods, or Jeff Bezos, or the CEO of Amazon. Well, he's white. But yeah, Tiger Woods, these guys make a lot of money, but then they make crash test dummy decisions. My man Tiger Woods made millions of dollars, but then he went and got married, and then she divorced him and took like 200 mil. That's crazy. See, it's lucrative for these divorce courts. The judge get paid. Your lawyers get paid. Everybody get paid. All these white men, they get paid off of you. And for you making dumb decisions. Trust me, I made a lot of them too. Selling dope, this and that. We called weed packs way back when I was a teenager. Yeah. We make dumb mistakes. It's all a setup. They'll let you get your bread up. You know? Next thing you know, you in state lines getting the setup. Yeah, that's how they do it, man. Big facts. So, yeah, it's for the black man to do his best to think introspectively. Let's see. I think about and I say to myself, see, the way that we think, guys like EBM brothers, SYSBM brothers, Idmore brothers, just black brothers, period. Well, not the simps. But I think probably in like a decade, a lot of the simps are going to start waking up as well. You see? And that's one thing that women, they don't want to happen. They don't want simps to wake up. I was in Kentucky and I was talking to my little sister's boyfriend and he's asleep. He's a simp. He's about to marry her. You know, he even got her pregnant and all this other stuff. She's already a single mother. But I try not to kick too much knowledge to him because, like, it's my little sister. But I see him about to make that mistake. Well, he already made that mistake by getting her pregnant, but it's all, like they've been together for a few years and they're having a lot of problems. And now I was shaking my head when I stayed the night at that place. I said to myself, it's like, man, I'm thinking like this guy already done effed up. She's in control. You guys having problems now, and then you done got her pregnant. Ooh, brother, you done, you're on a path to being on child support or not seeing your child at all. And they're about to get married as well, and he makes good money. This guy makes way more money than she does, just good money. But she's cute to a certain degree. It's like him having low self-esteem. She doesn't, it's just, she's the boss, she's the leader. And that's the same scenario with my mom and her boyfriend. My mom moved him in. She helped him get a job. He drives her car around. And she's the leader. You see? She's the leader. Oh, yeah, and I wanted to touch on Shahrazad Ali. Crucible threw this in his video as well. I need to start writing some things down. I'll be forgetting. But, like 2 or 3 years ago, I seen Shahrazad Ali. And I watched, I seen on YouTube, I watched 3 or 4 of her videos. I was like, this sister standing up. Like, she's dope. Like, she could be a good female leader to all these ratchet black women. But of course, they're not going to elevate a woman who's kicking knowledge like that, because the white man just can't have that. A black woman playing her right role when it comes down to men. No, they want all these women to be feminists. Just they want, because it's lucrative, they make a lot of money. But I watched 2 or 3 of her videos, and if The Last Crucible wouldn't have mentioned it, I probably wouldn't have thought nothing about it. I mean, but when I seen her in her videos, right, she was kicking knowledge. Yeah, she was kicking some knowledge, but it was like, she was, her gesticulations, just the energy that she gave off and how she would talk and use her verbiage and everything. She would talk because I'm gonna do it like this. These are black women, and they ain't gonna do it like this, and it was just it wasn't soft and placid and just weak and very feminine. It wasn't that. She was kicking knowledge when I heard her 2, 3 years ago. I think I looked at 3 of her videos. It was an hour long. You see, that was back when I was checking out Dr. Umar as well, because they was all coming up in the feed, so I was checking them all out about 3, 4 years ago. But yeah, some of her words would cut. She would be real quick and sharp with some of her words, because I think she was saying something her husband or something helped her publish or write the book or something. Write the book that she came out with. I don't know. But she mentioned, she sort of talked about polygyny. And to a certain degree, because she was on the pulpit. She was up there at the pulpit. She was talking about polygyny. And she gave it to the crowd as to how the Most High gave it to us in the Bible. Okay, there's nothing wrong with polygyny, and this is how it is. But on the back end of that, she would, to me, it seemed like she kind of sneak this a little bit and say things she wasn't sure about polygyny or something like that, or I don't know why a man should and would have 2 or 3 women or whatever. But she made some point about, because I'm trying to conjure up those thoughts as to what she said about that specific topic about polygyny. She said something like, "Well, it's a lot of single mothers out here, and if the man is around, he can go back." Like he could go to a single mother's place and help her, give some advice to that single mother, then come back to his wife. Because it's a lot of single mothers out in this world. It's a lot of women in this world than men. And she was saying something like, if a man, because she was saying that women they get extremely jealous when a man would mention polygyny, and so she was hitting hard with some good talking points, but she also said that if a man like if he goes over and he has a wife, but he has like a concubine on the side, there really shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. So she was kind of agreeing, and she was saying that a lot of women, American women, they're just too insecure to kind of grasp that concept. And it's always like a woman is, let's say like if a man was to masturbate or whatever, like he would love his wife, right? But for her to for him to go and masturbate, he's using his hand. Does he have to love his hand to masturbate? That was one of the points that she was making. And she was like, no, like a man doesn't have to love his hand to masturbate. He just do it and he gets it done. So it's almost so she was almost kind of comparing that to the concubine that the man would go off and, sleep with and mentor to that single mother's kids or something like that, versus his actual wife at home. He really loves her, like he really loves his wife, and but most American women, they can't grasp this polygynous mindset because they're just too selfish and insecure. So I kind of agreed on that, but she was just, like when she was presenting these talking points, she would just talk really, really fast. And making these gesticulations with her hands, and it was just her demeanor. She was like kind of loud, like it was synonymous to just the typical black woman out there on the street. You see, that would be talking like that, talking really fast, making extreme gesticulations with her hands, and just it wasn't very feminine and soft. It just wasn't like let's say like a Korean woman, you see, or like as soft as like a Colombian or Argentinian woman, you see. And yeah, black women, they just come off harsh. You see, it has to be, they have to grow up in a family household as to where their dad, the dad is in control, and the household is a matriarchal household, as to which the daughter submits and the mom submits as well, because the mom, like, she's an example to the child as well, you see. And so my man Black Ram had left a comment in the last Crucibles video, in one of his videos. And it was in the video that he had made a response video to me. And at the end of that video, the last Crucible was saying, like, due to the value, the poor value of the American woman, and just how feminism has inundated this world, mainly this country, it's almost like it's forlorn. It's just no hope when it comes down to finding a decent woman in America, or having kids, marriage, and a family, living in a functional family, there's just no hope. So it's almost like I'm looked at as being like it's almost like we're looked at as how the Notorious B.I.G. would have put it. We're ready to die. You see, it's almost like we're ready to die. And Black Ram kind of concurred with what he said at the end of the video, and it just like it kind of saddened me because it's the truth, man. It saddened me. I was kind of like sad and kind of down in the dumps for a couple hours that day because it was the truth. I just couldn't stop thinking about what The Last Crucible said at the end of that video. A lot of black men, it's like there is really nothing to live for. As I think about Adam and Eve, Adam was in the garden alone, and the Most High seen that he needed a companion. He was lonely, so he laid Adam down, and from Adam he gave him Eve. He put a companion there. We really aren't built to be in this world alone. I mean, of course, yeah, you know, we are asexual, yeah, and as men we can be alone, and as men you need to learn to be alone. This is what you need to learn, to be alone. Now a woman can't do that because she's not built like a man. A woman has to have somebody around, some pets, dog, a cat, a man, a husband, some female friends, family members. She can't just be in a house like this alone. She can't. She gotta have some cats, you know, some kids, something. She gotta have somebody there. She can't be here like this alone. She can't do it. Nah. They need some attention. A woman isn't built like that. I don't care who she is. You see? Even if she lives alone with no pets and this and that, I'm pretty sure she probably has a social circle of friends or a friend or two that she probably going to hang out with. A man could take his money, go build a house in the woods and live there for the next 5 or 10 years. Come to town just to go to the market, buy some food, and, you know, or hunt, and go back and live his life. You see? But a woman can't do that. She has to have somebody around. But solitude, you need that as a man. You need it. I don't have, in a sense, a lot of us, man, we don't have no choice. And this is what helps you grow. A lot of us, man, out here, we don't have no choice but to be alone. Because it's tough to find real, true, conscious friends. I had like my best friend, but he was married. And then he got divorced, and he's still thinking about getting married. So see, a guy like that, I really can't trust him as far as I can throw him. I mean, that's my boy. I love him, and he's cool and everything. But, like, we really not friends like that. Like, he's really not no red pill brother like that. After he got a divorce, because I actually went to his marriage. I mean, to his marriage ceremony, I was his first man, or whatever you want to call it. And I told him don't do it, and he was like, just roll with me. So I said, okay. You know, I went and I supported him. I was a proponent of his. And I just supported him, you know, stuck around. But as men, you have to learn to be in solitude, because you have to. If you don't, you'll find yourself getting with some woman and becoming a total simp. She'll be walking all over you, but you'll be doing it because you'll be trying to fill that lonely void. Man, this could be a whole other video on loneliness. I should make a whole other video about this. But yeah, you'll be trying to fill this lonely void. So you'll go get up with any type of chick just to fill that lonely void. You probably get up pregnant, get married or whatever. You're going to end up being alone anyway. She's going to leave you anyway. You see? You're going to end up being alone anyway. So you got to face those demons. Well, they're really not demons. But, yeah. Or if you don't learn to be alone, you as a man, you'll go out there and try to hang out with some friends and find yourself getting in trouble like I did some years and years back, like 10, 11 years back. You know, always trying to hang out with some people, always need to be seen, dressing really flashy. You see, that's for women. That's for women. That's just not where it's at. See, you want to be a leader, not a follower. And I and and it's like for me, I don't have a problem with following another brother. Brothers like Black Ram Cruiser, I don't have no problem with doing that. If we create an army and this and that, I don't have no problem with taking orders from brothers if they doing right. If brothers is doing right, I don't have no problem with taking orders from brothers. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Righteous brothers, and in certain scenarios, men would have to stand up anyway. You got men out there that would have to men out there they'll have to stand up anyway. Uh, let's say if there's something going on and a situation is about to happen, maybe a thought may pop up in this brother head and he'd act on it, and in a sense that would save, you know, a couple hundred people. You see? I mean, he wasn't trying to be a leader at that moment. It just, that thought popped in his head and he took action and it just happened. You see? So in a sense, there's nothing wrong with that. As men, we have to be able to be open to that, put down our guard, get away from being extra too just ambivalent and emotional. As men, we have to be open to that. We have to be okay with that. You see? You can't stand alone all the time. Like, you can't. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But, yeah, so my man Last Crucible, he made that statement about being ready to die. And I was just like, man, that's just truth. Because if you think about it, a lot of us men, we don't have the financial wherewithal to traverse and travel overseas to go find a wife. I'm here around this military base and I see some of these drill sergeants and this and that, and warrant officers. They traveling, going overseas, finding wives. It's mainly the white guys. But they traveling overseas and finding wives. A lot of us men, we don't have that. We can't do that. You see? And in a sense, you don't want to bring a wife back to America anyway. Because once you do give her 5 years, it's a possibility that she may become Americanized. She's going to become Americanized, and most likely it's a possibility she's going to divorce you. Now, I see some military guys on post that still have their wives after 10, 15 years. You see? So, you know. But those women were brought up like that. But for the most part, you go overseas to Brazil and get a 21-year-old Brazilian chick and bring her back over here. Oh, man. Her SMV is going to increase. Her SMV is going to skyrocket. She going to feel like she all that in a bag of chips. You see what I'm saying? A bag of Lay's potato chips. Give her a couple years and she going to leave you. It was this one Panamanian chick I seen with my boy up there at the gym. And then I seen her on my job. And, you know, they was together for like a year or two. And she's from Panama. And like 3-4 years by. 3-4 years went by. Like 3 years went by. Then I seen her on Tinder. You see? I seen her on Tinder. Man, she was done with that black brother. She was done with him. She was done. I was like, dang. I mean, you know, hey. Yeah, but it's your best bet. Us as men, our best bet is to just categorize women in America as concubines and side pieces, because I see so many single mothers and fat women. That's mainly what I'm running into. Like 8 out of 10 women are single mothers or fat women. Really, that's all I'm running into. You see? Mainly, and you know we not going for that. You can pump and dump them, yeah. Keep it moving. You see? You got fat women out there who don't want to get in shape. You got women out there, and for the most part, yeah, us as men, we have to raise our standards. Because if you don't, a woman will come in a relationship and give you anything. She come in a relationship 250 pounds, 300 pounds, and you'll accept it just like a simp. Or she'll come in a relationship with 1, 2, 3 kids, and you'd accept it because you're a simp. You have to raise your standards as a black man, bottom line. You got low self-esteem. I had low self-esteem. It's tough. I know it is, brother. But you got to play your cards right. It's tough, man. It is. But as men, we have to raise our standards. Or a woman, she'll come to a relationship and give you anything. And I know it sounds bad, you know, you pumping and dumping a woman, but when I come to a relationship, I'm not coming with no kids. And I'm coming in shape. And this is what we want. I don't want no fat woman. I need to make a video about that as well. Chunky women, obese women. But when I come to the relationship, see, I done banged out a couple fat chicks, like probably a whole bunch of them. But, and I done banged out a lot of skinny chicks. And see, one of the main differences is with a skinny chick, see, I can do acrobatics in the bedroom. You see? But a fat chick, she gonna get like 1 or 2 positions from the back and missionary. That's it. I can't pick her up. I can't flip her and dip her. I can't sit her on the kitchen sink. You know, I can't throw her on the back of the couch. I can't carry her, you know, and bang. I can't do that with no chick that's 250 pounds. You see, or 300 pounds. I can't do that, bro. You see? In America, it's like, it's fat acceptance. They're making us accept it. They're making us accept this. I can't do that. As a man, I would want to do acrobatics in the bedroom. That's what I would want to do. That's what I would want to do. You can't do that with no fat woman. Nah, we don't want that. I want to be able to dominate, snatch a chick up in the bedroom. That's what I want. I don't want no fat woman. And, yeah, I know this is kind of long, guys. I'm going to get ready to end this thing. You know, I want to touch on as to why I'm actually here. In this video, and I'll title this video, the title of the video will be Letting Her Go. And you'd retain power when you let her go. Because see, when you have a rebellious woman around due to you having low self-esteem, so you'll put up with anything, it's almost like that'll weaken you as a man. You see? You'll become weak as a man. When you are able to let a woman go, that is strength right there. You see? And a woman knows that, well, hey, this man is not gonna put up with a lot of bull crap. He's not gonna put up with my bull crap at all. And then she'll respect you. You'll be stronger emotionally as well when you're able to drop a chick just like that. You'll be emotionally stronger when you're able to do that versus hanging on with a chick and putting up with some bull crap. You see? You will be more powerful. It'll be more easier for you to move on and monkey branch to the next chick. You'll have more power when you do stuff like this. It'll help you emotionally. That'll truly help you out when you're able to move on with ease. You understand female nature and you say to yourself, it's okay. It's all right. This is how the American woman operates anyway. You have more options. You move on. It's not about you trying to be a player and this and that. Nah. It's just you being able to maintain your sanity when you're able to let her go. There's some guys out there who went to the extreme for women, even gotten themselves in trouble because they're so attached to a woman and just this male mother need. They're just so attached, they don't want to let a woman go, or they like the woman more than a woman likes him. That's a problem right there, guys. That's a sign of low self-esteem as well. You value yourself when you won't put up with no bull crap, when you're able to let her go. You see? That's the way to do it, guys. So, yeah, I know that this was a long video. I know it was a long video, guys. I know it was. But I just had to touch on a couple things. I had to touch on a couple things with you brothers and get that on out. I had to get that out, man. But so I had to put my dog up. Yeah, come on, Scooby. So I'm gonna plant you guys now, and I'm gonna dig you later.